Welcome back to Listen In. We are doing meme songs today, and the meminess of my song has a little bit of history to it. I'd like to explore the etymology of the title. Herp de Derp. According to knowyourmeme.com, the word derp was most likely derived from earlier words like der, as in no der, a sound someone makes when they do something stupid. The first known instance of the word derp comes from the 1998 comedy film Basketball by South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone, which is a live action movie. I have never seen it except for the excerpt where derp comes in. During the scene where they are caught smelling underwear taken from a woman's private drawer, Matt runs out of the room and says, "Derp." Much later, in 2010, the era of rage faces came about, and one of them was called Harp Darp, which was often given the alternate spelling Herp Derp. And the phrase Herp Derp grew beyond the pages of the interwebs, and many of my friends and I would be saying things like, "I derped," when doing something stupid where like it seemed like our brains had shut off temporarily. The song I'm bringing today, Herp de Derp, released in 2014 and is dedicated to that sentiment, is produced by the Gregory brothers, who are an American musical quartet specializing in comedy music and often employing pitch correction. They've made some of the most successful meme songs of the last 15 years, including the auto-tuned Bed Intruder song. Singers Bean and Stephon LaMar are independent artists who had some YouTube presence at the time the video was made that I couldn't find out a whole lot of more information about. But I think the meminess, the core of it is attributable to the Gregory brothers. And although their voices are great, which you will experience soon. So without further ado, let's go watch Herp de Derp.
Further dirt.
In a moment never before captured by a moving picture, a young female human enters a park. It appears she's not alone. I don't know what we're about to see, but I am sure it will prove extraordinary.
I know that we're just perfect strangers, and perfect strangers that just won't do. No, why not make today the day that a perfect stranger falls for you? Oh, and as we approach each other, we feel the chemistry. With every step that we take, it gains in intensity. The moment comes when it's time to take your breath away. I step right up to you and say, herp it up, herp it up, herp, 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 herp it up. I'm not this awkward all the time, only when love is on the line. Herp it up, herp it up, herp it up, herp it like it's going out of style. I'm not going cry in a corner now. Herp it up, herp it up, herp, 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 herp it up, herp it up, herp it up, herp, 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 herp it up.
Girl, you know that I've been waiting for a girl as amazing as a girl like you. I may just be a crazy dreamer, but you can make a dreamer's wildest dreams come true. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When I first saw you, I knew that we had this chemistry. Take it one step closer so we can feel this intensity. Reach out my hand and herp to death, herp to death. Herp, 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 herp to death. I usually don't spill my coffee, but when I herp in the dirt, you can't stop me. Herp in the dirt, 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 herp like I'm a professional. Herp in the dirt, baby, possess my soul. Herp the dirt, herp the dirt, herp, 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 herp the dirt, herp the dirt, herp the dirt, herp, 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 herp the dirt. Every time I think she's mine, I hurt.
Whenever I think we'll be together, I dirt. One day I hope I'll find someone who doesn't mind being embarrassed by me all the time. Herp the dirt, herp the dirt, herp, 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 herp the dirt. I could have anyone here except I'm extraordinarily socially inept. Herp it, flip it, schmurp it, burp it, rub it up, derpy. Herp it up, herp it up, herp it. We're both hoping like it's going out of style. We never need to herp alone now. Herp it up, herp it up.
Oh, herp the dirt, herp the dirt.
I'd like to thank you both. I've been standing here for like 2 hours, pretending to be interested in these books. I'm not gonna lie, I was beginning to get very, very self-conscious about it. But then I watched you, Herp, and Derp, and you. I watched you, Herp and Derp, and you guys Herp and Derp some more, and then now I know that it's okay to be different. I know that it's
Actually, man, you're kind of freaking us out right now.
Yeah, who reads books at a party?
Yeah.
Schmo yo-ho!
I want to go to a party where reading is socially acceptable. Come on. It's just books. That song made me feel like I was possessed by a herpy derp demon.
I think that's what the song was about.
Mm-hmm.
It had no business being that good, though.
Uh-huh.
It was just like, you could put that on the radio and just swap
Yeah.
out the lyrics and no one would ever know.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy it very much, and I think I might be misremembering, but I probably discovered it after trying to look up the definition of derp or the etymology of derp, and then like it's like, oh, there's a song for this. Oh, the song is good. Okay.
I love the female singer's voice like a lot. Like I'm gonna have to look up. Does she have any other music?
Bean,
Excuse me.
she hasn't been super active recently, but she does have some music. She started out on YouTube, and then kind of like got discovered by like a manager, and so started like trying to make a real career out of it. But unfortunately, like when I was trying to research her like home website actually like redirects to someone else's website, and it's just like,
weird.
Sad. But yeah, her voice is great. I love like the sort of smokiness that it has. Both of them, I really enjoy their voices. And I think with Stephon, when he comes in, like that's maybe my favorite part of the music video, is because he's so smooth, and he looks like very charismatic, and he like grabs the mop and like sings into it, and then he derps, and it's like, oh, even these like really charismatic like attractive people can derp, and I derp all the time, so I guess we're not so different, you and I.
Yeah. I love when Stephon was in the midst of herping and or derping, that he just like started randomly like shaking the hand of the person that was like sitting at
the floppy armed like handshake is so good.
Yeah, it's like we kind of all been there where it's like we are kind of like aware of our own herping and derping in the moment, and like you're kind of just doing things, going through the motions, and it's like you're going to like people that aren't even involved in the situation or something. It's I felt that to be very relatable.
Like a runaway train that you just can't catch up with. Yeah. Yeah. I do feel like delivery wise, and maybe it's because we already had the chorus, so like we were already into the song, but I felt like Bean was able to deliver in a way that convinced me that like she was 100% serious about the song. Like that this is the next Call Me Maybe. We are serious about this song. And like there was no humor in her delivery of it, which made it way funnier.
Yeah.
And then by the time Stephon gets in, it's like he plays a little bit more into the like cheesiness of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just his style coming out, or if that's because, okay, well, we've like set up the song, now we all know it's a joke, so now we can just mess with it.
Yeah.
But it did, I lost it. I'm sorry, I think I forgot to mute, so I probably laughed in the middle of that, but I lost it at the first, like, over-the-top chorus of Herp to Derp, but she did it so seriously, and that's what threw me over the edge.
Yeah.
I think part of it is because Stephon is, like, he is a soul singer, like, that's kind of his genre, So like when he comes in and he's like being all soulful, it seems
Mm-hmm.
like a bit of an overcommitment to the genre, because it is kind of disco-y. Whereas
Yeah.
because Bean's voice is not something like you would like you could take Bean and put her in more poppy genres and like it would
Mm-hmm.
just fit in. So having her sing the lyrics in
Mm-hmm.
that style, I think is what you're talking about, like where it's like the full commitment, whereas like Stephon is an overcommitment, which leans more into the meme. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it works. I mean, I think it works well with the
Yeah.
order that they put them in a way. I feel like if we started out with Stephon, it wouldn't feel
Yeah.
right. Starting out with
Yeah.
Bean felt right because you like weren't sure yet if it was a joke.
Yeah.
Until you hit that chorus, and then you're like, oh, this is a joke. This makes sense
Yeah.
now. But yeah, it was also a banger.
Mm-hmm.
It's stuck in my head right now, and that's really a problem.
It's a good problem.
If I get fired for walking around the office going herp-de-derp,
No,
I
I'm
would
not
not get
saying that
fired
you're
for that.
herping. I'm just like listening to it in my head. It's fine. Okay, you're gonna
I
have
would
to
not
come
get
in.
fired for
We've had
that.
reports of you telling people that they're herping and derping. What do you have to say about this?
Is that your newscaster voice? Because that's what that sounds like.
That's my grumpy boss voice, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like interesting musical bits that happen in the song. One that stands out to me, I think, the most is after the first chorus and Stephon makes his entrance. There's like this. It only happens during this part. It only happens once. There's like this like piano interlude thing that's like very like serious and melodramatic. It just shifts the tone for like a couple of bars. Um, I don't know why, but I really like it, especially how it ends like on this minor chord that's just like so serious and intense. Um, so that little piano break that happens between the first chorus and the second verse, I really like, just as an inclusion, because they didn't really need that. They could have just went to the second verse. So I like that, but also I feel like this is probably only included in the video version of the song. It's probably not in the audio version of the song. But when we're getting like that little monologue from that person, it's like, I've been here all day or all night, and just reading this book, and there's a piano version of the Herp to Derp on it, so it's like Herp to Derp, but it's like on the piano. I thought that was really funny, just to have the Herp to Derp energy getting put onto the piano was hilarious. Probably not in the like actual like audio album version or whatever of the song, because I don't think they'll include that little outro skit. But I thought that was really funny to catch the Herp to Derp chorus being played on a piano.
Yeah, it becomes diegetic to the show.
It makes me wish that they had like a remix or what's the word I'm looking for? They had a second version of this song that they released for streaming that's like the inspirational version that sounds like the inspirational music that plays in the background in movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that felt like it should be.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Some strings come in and orchestral version of Herp to Derp.
Uh-huh. I'm like, it just kind of blew my mind that this was the Gregory brothers, because when we were deciding on like songs to bring, all we knew was the theme. At least early on, all we knew was the theme, and I was like, man, what do I bring? Like, everything I know is like really popular, and I was thinking about the Gregory brothers, because I think the Bread and Shooter song is like so catchy. It has like no business being how catchy it is, and how good musically it is. It's an amazing song. Like Bed Intruder, I love Double
Slap
Rainbow, Slap Chop, or the one with the cats. I love cats. That one from them is so catchy, and I'm glad that I didn't go with that, because then that would have prevented you probably from picking this, because it's the Gregory brothers. So I'm glad that we got some Gregory brothers representation, especially a song that I've never heard from them. Yeah, like I was struggling a lot with this episode because I almost brought a Gregory Brothers song, so I'm glad Jesse was able to have his Gregory Brothers pick. I was also thinking of a K-pop song, Jin from BTS. He released a song last year called Super Tuna, so I feel like maybe that would have been stepping a little bit on K's shoes if I brought a K-pop song. So
I wouldn't bring BTS, so you're good.
Cool.
No hate.
But yeah,
but Super Tuna, I have to go listen to that.
It's incredible.
What in the world?
It's so good. Please.
Does it go well with chicken noodle soup? Because that's another BTS spin-off song.
The song, maybe, yeah, it might.
Super Tuna. I mean, no, tuna and chicken noodle soup doesn't sound like.
But it's chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side, which also does not go together.
Oh, what if it's like Panera chicken noodle soup with those like big fluffy noodles, and then but it's like a soup and salad or soup and what do they call it? Pick two. You pick two. It's a tuna sandwich and chicken noodle soup and a soda, and then it makes all sense. They just went to Panera.
I've never been, so I can't confirm.
You don't need to go. Okay. It's fine. You won't miss it.
It's not that good.
I just noticed, looking up, I didn't realize that the Gregory brothers also did recent hits, Chrissy Wake Up and It's Corn, which were both big TikTok hits.
Oh.
Since I don't take the talks, I'm not aware. We'll have to...
You don't talk the ticks?
No.
Yeah, Chrissy Wake Up is an auto-tune of this moment in Stranger Things, the series.
Oh,
in the most recent season.
Yeah.
And It's Corn, you probably saw Corn Kid. It's Corn, right? A big lump with knobs. It has the juice. Okay, I don't know what corner of the internet you all are on. Of the internet you all are on to avoid that, but I'm impressed because I feel like it was everywhere. But yeah, that I'll have to send you that experience. That's certainly an experience.
Drop it in the Discord. Yeah.
Will do. It's got the juice, as people are saying in the chat.
Sweet. Yeah, this song choice definitely like brought back a lot of like memories that have been forgotten from me. Like I forgot about the Gregory brothers, so this reminded me of the Gregory brothers. You mentioning that the origins, the etymology of Herp and like no dur, like I completely forgot about that. Like that was like so long ago. So being reminded
of late 90s, early 2000s sort of slang going on.
It made me think of Ermagerd.
Ermagerd. I love Gerdsberms.
Yeah.
It's a great meme.
Yeah, and speaking of the 2000s, I feel like this song kind of like hits like a very like late 2000s vibe, like music palette wise in a way, which I really like. It feels kind of throwback in that way. I think it really matches the energy of the song. But then again, like the Gregory brothers, like that's kind of like when they were, you know, cutting their teeth on the meme song life. So,
clearly not. The last two were the last year.
Yeah, but I mean, like this is like a song from
their teeth are sharpened.
Yeah,
they're sinking them in. So okay,
it is after
this does sound like 2014
Daft
song.
Punk Random Access Memories. Wait, no, where is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2013 was Ram. So yeah, I just really like the energy of the song. I feel like maybe there was something else.
I might playlist it and listen to it unironically.
Yeah.
Despite the lyrics, I'm gonna have to stop myself from singing it.
Yeah.
People in the office.
It also, the music video is a little bittersweet for me because I really enjoy the storyline of these two people who are herping and derping separately, and then they meet and they herp and derp together, and it makes me wish that I could find someone to herp derp with together. I'm so lonely.
Yeah. I think it's possible.
Yeah.
We'll have to write you a hype up song. We'll call it Jesse is Jesse.
The callbacks.
Yes. Yeah, I think the last little tidbit that I have for this song is I think my favorite part of the song from first listen, and still like probably my favorite part, is like this really small little choice that I think just goes like it it does so much for the song is Stephon's verse, where he says, "Take one step closer so we can feel this intensity. Reach out my hand and herp the derp," and just like it shoots right into the into the chorus. I love that that choice to not have a conclusive end of the verse. Like we just go right into it. I feel like it matches the energy of Herp to Derp, because like Herp to Derp just, it happens, you know, like you're in a social situation, you can't control it sometimes. So I think that's my favorite part of the song. I thought it was brilliant, but also really funny and enjoyable.
Sorry, I can't come into work today. I have the Herp Derps.
Yeah.
I feel like I could say that. I'd be like, all right, have a good sick day.
Yeah, it sounds very believable.
Yeah.
If they question, you can say, I'm coming down with a case of the herpy flirpy schmurpy burky kirpy derpy derp.
I wouldn't want them to mishear that accidentally.
Good point.
Good point. Okay. Outro.